Hey, I don't know where you're at. Are you there? There. Oh, you're here. Hi, uh, YouTube friends. I'm the only Sir Cracker, and I'm coming to you again from the art room. It's the art room. None of the art on the walls here is mine or my wife's. It's all my children's. Look, I don't want to give too much information about my personal life, but my wife and I have been foster parents now just over 10 years. And anytime a kid, especially the two we have right now, anytime a kid makes art and makes it for us, we have to display it. And that's what the art room's all about. Anyways, come, let me show you what's going on here. Let me show you what's growing on here. I just wanted to give you a quick look at the purple jalapeno. Look at this. Isn't that amazing? I'm hoping it shows up really well. It's hard to see. So there's these buds. They're just everywhere. These are some cool looking buds. Look at this. Let me see if I can. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? They're all over. They're just so cool. I love looking at. Oh, look at that one. I absolutely love looking at these. They're just so beautiful. They're architecturally, they're just amazing. Each individual petal has got like this crease across the tip of them, and they're folded real delicately. And then, of course, it fades into a real light, whitish purple in the middle. And they're just, look at that. They're just amazing. So, yeah. So, this has been downstairs here in the art room for a week. I think a week. Now it had little buds like this one here, growing on it for had a whole bunch of them before it actually came down and came inside the house. But it didn't have any flowers that were open, and it's covered. This is like 5 times more flowers than what it had the first time around. So, I'm gonna hopefully, I'm tapping it here. Hopefully, they'll self pollinate. I don't know if I need to do some research and find out if they are self pollinators or not. I should do it quickly too while they're all blooming. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and let these come to pepper. If they come, and put fruit on. If they do, then I'm going to just go ahead and let it go and let it do it. And then when I get one cycle of fruit off of it, I think I'm going to actually come in and I'm going to cut it way down here this time and try to promote the new growth. But let it go again. So this is doing great. The tomato, I hope you can see it with the bright light in the back there. The tomato is growing. I don't expect it to grow a bunch right off because it is trying to produce roots. But all I did is took a cutting off of the tomato plant with about that much stem, and I stuck about that much stem in the ground or into the soil here, and that's it. And it hasn't wilted. It's not dead. This is the first real cutting I've ever done with a tomato, and it's doing fantastic. So I'm really happy about that. This ugly thing, it's not really ugly, but this plant is perked up a lot. It's only been like a week since I've uploaded a video. My lemon is got a whole nother leaf coming on it. The pepper here is even looking absolutely amazing. And it's got a bud. There's another purple bud on it. So everything is looking absolutely amazing. And it's all because I went with the bigger light. I'm sure that's exactly what it is. Um, yeah, I went with a bigger, stronger, more powerful light. I have it on 12 hours a day from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Um, God, I say a lot. I'm sure. When I talk like that, I'm sure I come across being a ditz. I am so trying not to say that. It's not even a word, it's just a sound. Anyways, it's my brain thinking about the next step in my processing. I've noticed it when I go through and I watch my videos before I post them, and it's gotten pretty annoying. So that's the reason why I'm harping on myself about it right now. Okay, so yeah, the purple jalapeno is looking absolutely amazing. All of my plants are looking amazing. I have to give a big shout out to Ray. There I said again. I would never have done this. I would never have bought a bigger light um, if it wasn't for Ray. So thank you very much, Ray, for opening my mind to that. So yeah, I just I don't know. It's weird. Like I can't seem to find the words to explain everything I do when it comes to plants. I've tried a few little things here, little suggestions here and there, and everything suggestion wise that I've gotten from everybody online has just been amazing. Um, the Italian gardener, you're amazing. Thank you, the Italian garden. Um, Absolutely love your videos. Ian, thank you, bud. I absolutely love enjoying all of your videos that you post. I've watched almost all of them now, and it is absolutely inspiring to watch some other redheaded man, from across the globe, showing his garden, and hopefully people view my garden or view my videos and they say, oh yeah, he's amazing, or this is kind of cool, but I would do it differently. If you're seriously, okay, heart to heart here, if you're watching my videos and you think, you know what, that's a great idea, but I would do it this way instead, please feel free to tell me what you would do different. Critique a little bit, and the all I've gotten so far is lots of encouragement and good job, and it looks great. And some days I need it. I am a train wreck. I had a lot on my mind recently, to say the least. Let's see if I can put you back here. You sit there for a minute. Oh, there you go. Okay. I've had a lot on my mind recently. Excuse the no shirt again. I'm still working for FedEx, but now I'm working for a contractor. So I'm making a lot more money. But it's a lot more to do. A lot more work. So it definitely is balancing itself out. But ever since Robin Williams' death and his loss with his battle with depression, it's really made me open my eyes and realize how severe my depression is. And it seems like every little moment, that goes through my life. Bear with me. Turn it into a vlog. um, it seems like every moment in my life, I'm absolutely, thankful for my children, thankful for my wife and the life I have. But it's battle every day. Um, I get so overwhelmed sometimes, and my depression is definitely stemmed or based off of stress. I just, I'm the only breadwinner in my family currently. Wife's going to school full time, and I mean, she's got a lot on her plate with the kids and her schooling and everything else that she's got to do. And then I don't know, it's hard. I don't want to unload. That's not what this channel really is all about anymore. It used to be. I used to just bleh all over my older videos, and I don't really want to do that. But um, yeah, depression is a real disease, and it's definitely something that it's an everyday battle for me. I get discouraged very quickly when things don't work out, and I really this little indoor thing. I mean, seriously, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plants in here, and I didn't think this was ever going to grow. I tried putting a couple of plants in here last year, and I had my T5, and I had my little light bulb, and nothing grew. And thank you so very much, Ray. Um, I knew I needed a bigger light, but I couldn't afford, going with a halogen or big halogen or something like that. It just made absolutely no sense. I couldn't afford that. I'm barely, I would say I'm barely surviving, but it's a struggle, or it has been for the last couple of years. And so to get a light for fairly cheap and be able to use the same light fixture and everything, that makes my indoor little garden here grow. It's it's nice. It gives me that little bit of energy. That's what gardening does for me. And that's why I wanted to talk to you about the stress and stuff, because my outlet, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm a cancer survivor, so I wouldn't want to put that poison in my body anyways. But gardening gives me this outlet that makes me feel like I'm worthy of something. That I get my hands in the dirt and I plant a seed and I do whatever, and it works and it grows, and it makes me feel like I'm worth it. I'm worth it. Um, so yeah, I'm really sad that fall's here. I'm not a big fan. I love spring. Spring's my favorite time of year. Everything's coming out and growing and looking great. And you're so excited to go out in the garden and plant seeds, and then summer comes and you're harvesting your seeds and you're doing your thing, and then fall comes and I just dread it. I know what's around the corner. There's outside. I live in the inland northwest where it gets really cold, and there's nothing. You can't grow in even, well, you can grow in a greenhouse, but it's got to be heated, and that's really super expensive. So this is the outlet that I have available. The wife's already told me that I really can't bring anything else in. Um, Speaking of which, there's one plant outside that I really want to bring in. I'm very, very, very disappointed with it. Um, and if you have any suggestions on what might have caused the issue, it's the Peter pepper. I grew it. I grabbed it because I thought it'd be really interesting to show you. It was something completely new to me. I've never seen it. When I saw what it looked like, and of course the name, I cracked up laughing. I thought it was hilarious. And so this spring, when I went to buy my plants, I bought that, planted it in the ground, and hopefully it's gonna do what it's got to do. It's gonna grow. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be awesome, kind of different and unique, and kind of a gag gift, or what, kind of thing. And it hasn't even blossomed. Hasn't even shown signs of wanting to. The last, um, gosh, last 2 weeks maybe, it's shot up probably about 2, 3 inches maybe, something like that. But it's still not showing any signs of wanting to even think about putting on blossoms. So what I'm gonna do, and it's in the works, but I've got to wait because I don't have the ability at this moment. I gotta get a day off work. I'm gonna go out in the yard and I'm gonna take a table out there and I'm gonna pick it up and put it on the table. And I'm going to, this is the plan anyways. If it doesn't happen, please don't be mad. Life's kind of busy right now, but I'm going to prune it back and show you how to prune it back, and then I'm going to uproot it. The plan is to wash off the roots and get it clean and repot it. And I want to repot it into a smaller container. I'm thinking about a 1-gallon container. I don't need a whole lot of growth on it over the winter, but I am thinking about bringing it in the house. I don't know if I've got space right here for it. I might have to find somewhere else in the house for it to go. But I really, really want to at least grow one pepper. I think one would make me happy. I'm so disappointed that I didn't get even one off of it this year. So, but hey, I harvested my lemon peppers. Not all of them turned. Most of them turned yellow. Not all of them turned yellow. And I strung them. I took some fishing line and I strung them on fishing line, and then I went through them a second time to kind of lock them in place on the fishing line so they wouldn't slide. And so they're upstairs on my little drying rack like thing they're hanging. And I was warned. They said, if you dry your peppers, hanging, the smell of the pepper is going to burn your eyes, or it's going to fill the house full of smell. And they've been hanging there for about 2 days, 3 days now, and I have no problems with them. They don't have any smell coming really off of them or anything. What I did have a bunch of smell coming off of was the bell peppers. I harvested, I want to say 4 purple bells. And they were smaller, and then I harvested the Chinese. Oh, they're called something Chinese Chinese giants, and they're good sized ones. And so I harvested them, and then not all, a couple of them, but I saved. But I sliced and diced most of them up and dehydrated them, so that way I can add them later down the road to soups and that kind of stuff. I harvested a ton of tomatoes, and I've got a lot more tomatoes on the vine. I'm waiting to harvest. So I got just jars and jars and jars of tomatoes. So I will have another video a little bit later in the season, probably I would say maybe around Thanksgiving time, or for you Brits, about the 25th of November. I know you guys don't celebrate Thanksgiving because it's not about. There's things you always celebrate that we don't celebrate. It's okay. Boxing Day. Dude, I wish we celebrated Boxing Day in this country. That's a whole video on its own. Next. Yeah, I don't know. This is more of just kind of a blah, 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 blah. I'm just kind of just what's on my mind right now. So, yeah. All of those guys out there, that have these allotments, all of you guys, Andy and Ian and Rick and even Ray, he's got a garden, but even Ray with the Voodoo channel and what's it called? Praxis, and then there's a whole bunch of numbers afterwards. you guys are amazing. All of you guys keep me going. You know, I know you're a lot of the big guys up there at the top with a lot of subscribers, but y'all keep me going. I look forward to your videos uh, daily. You know, it was like 6 weeks, and Rickvanman, you know, Rick, he no videos, and I understand, man. I get it, and you know, I watched your coming back video the was it yesterday or day before yesterday, and I get it. I totally get it, dude. You know, it's sometimes you just get into this little. It's like your mind just gets into a glitch, and you know you just don't have the energy or even the ability to get out of it, and you're stuck, and there's no motivation, there's no desire, there's no like right now. It's hard for me to describe what it's like to be depressed because I'm not right now. Right now I'm on a high. You know, I'm coming I've come off my depression. I've been off my depression now for about 3 days, and I don't know if it's a dietary thing. I don't know what exactly it is, but um, it just life just it just bombards me and bombards me and bombards me with all these responsibilities and all the stress, and after a while I start to break apart and I can't handle it. This new job has just been like a breath of fresh air. You know, ever since I started back in the spring working for this company, I've always wanted to, you know, to be on the road driving. And I'm a driver. You know, I mean, come on. I've driven a school bus. Y'all have seen that. You know, and I've driven a semi truck. What you didn't see is I was a taxi driver before that. You know, I was a private chauffeur for foster children before that. You know, so I drive. You know, a pizza delivery. I did pizza delivery forever. And so driving is my big thing. I'll get behind the wheel and I'll just drive and drive and drive and drive and drive. And it's like meditation. In the last 2.5 months, man, I haven't had that. I've been stuck in the back of a semi truck, loading a semi truck every day. And, you know, Mondays are the worst. I'm loading 2,000 packages on a 53-foot truck. And that's all I do all day long. It takes me all day to do it. And it's just nobody to talk to. It's hard work. It's just, my mind just is overwhelmed. There's so many other things I got to get done. But by the time I get home, I'm stressed out and tired and I don't feel like doing it. Like cleaning carpets. My carpets, I finally got the carpets cleaned. But cleaning carpets, it's one of those things that's been on my back. And I'm like, I got to get this done. I got to get this done. And I just can't get to it. You know, changing the oil in the car. You know, life stuff. Now that I've got this new job, you know, and it's just I'm going to be on the road and it's long miles, you know. I'm driving, you know, 200 miles a day on average, and it's just chill the whole time. I'm in my zone, and it is meditation for me, and it's nice. It's nice to have that time where I can process and relax. That's what the garden gives me, you know, is that relaxation. It's that de-stressor, you know. Some people go and get pedicures and manicures or massages and that kind of stuff, and I got things growing. So, anyways, I'm going on and on and on and on and on. You know, I'm already sitting at 24 minutes. Um, Today is September 16th, 2014. I have 17 subscribers as of right now. And total views on my channel, I think, read at 1,460 something. My goal was like my wife. I never wanted to put my videos on. Well, I wanted to put my videos on YouTube, but I wanted to do it for myself. I didn't really do it for subscribers and people to follow me and to watch me. I did it to keep a record, a track of me and my life and the things that I'm into and things that I do and what's going on in my life so that I could go back and watch them later down the road. And the reason I've done that is because I'm looking at 13 years, just over 13 years cancer free. And in the process of me winning the battle of cancer, I also lost a lot of my memory. And memorizing new things is very difficult. Keeping things in my memory that are older, that have happened and have already passed, is extremely difficult. So I started shooting videos on that ground, on the ability to keep track of my past, so that I have something I can watch later down the road and say, oh yeah, I recall that, or I remember that, or I don't remember that at all, but okay, I did that. That was the purpose for this. And for me to get people that have subscribed to my channel is absolutely awesome. I think it is one of the coolest things ever. That people think that I'm fascinating enough to watch or whatnot. It is awesome. And I definitely want to say thank you to all of my subscribers for, watching my videos and critiquing and giving comments and saying thank you. And because you guys have made me view my life a little bit differently, especially recently. I don't want to get into great details, but a couple weeks ago, I was there. I was at that doorstep, about to say, all right, that's it, I'm done. I'm done with it all. And I'm glad I didn't, because it would have been stupid. Sometimes I just get so overwhelmed with life. You feel like that. And there are certain people that have left comments on my videos recently, and you guys are amazing. I want to thank you, because what you don't understand is just you acknowledging things I talk about, or acknowledging what I do or what's going on, is really, it's really given me a little bit of energy to push me forward and get me through the rest of the day. It has been absolutely amazing. Ian asked me a question, why I ran my tomato plant across the fence. And I actually had to sit there and think about it for a while, because at first I started typing back to him. I was on the computer, I started typing back to him. That's a very good question. I don't remember. And I was sitting there and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, why did I do that? I don't remember why I did that. I'm thinking about it. And then it dawns on me. Duh. I did that so it was up off the ground so I could mow the lawn. And of course, I've got Cleo, my Great Dane Bull Mastiff, who runs up and down the fence chasing the other dog on the other side. And so I was like, oh, yeah. And so I replied back to him. I says, well, it's easy. So, it's up off the ground. The fruit's not going to get damaged. I think I may have said that. And, it's like right there. It's like the whole reason why I put the barrels there. Two big reasons. One is the dog, because there's other dogs on the other side of the fence that she likes to chase and bark at, and it's just annoying. So it acts like a great big fence, basically. And two, because I suffer from full body radiation poisoning, or radiation poisoning, which in turn has given me fibromyalgia. I have very, very bad fibromyalgia. And I can't bend over all the time. So instead of bending over, I figured, well, it's right there. It's on the top. I can get to it. No big deal. So it's easy access. And that's why I've got 55-gallon barrels. So, Okay. I'm sitting at a half hour, 30 minutes. If you're still watching, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. I greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate everything that you all do for me, even if it is just a little thumbs up or just finishing to watch the end of my video. I do greatly appreciate it. So, again, from the bottom of my heart, I'm the only Sir Cracker, and I'll see you next time.